Well, yesterday we talked with the Kalamazoo Wings about their best costumes. We wanted to get some of the players and staff with their worst costumes, and a guy that had a lot of family members. Could be a lot of hand-me-downs we could be talking about. Forward, Trent Davatilla. Trent, what was the worst Halloween costume? He was either an adult or a kid.
When I was younger, I think I got thrown in a ladybug outfit at a pretty young age, and at the time I don't think I minded as much, but looking back at the pictures, it was a little embarrassing for a guy.
Nick Bootland's worst costume as a kid would be made by his wonderful mother. My best friend and I went as dice. One die each.
Well, probably one of the worst costumes I guess I'd ever could think of that I wore is I actually was taking the kids trick-or-treating and I didn't have a costume, so I was looking to put together a costume, and I came up with a name bar that just said "that guy" on it, and I sewed it on a t-shirt, and I took the kids trick-or-treating in my sister and brother-in-law's neighborhood, and it's just a huge to-do that went on in their neighborhood all the time, and 2 or 3 people looked at it and laughed, so that was good enough for me, even though it was probably just a god-awful costume.
When we were talking about bad Halloween contests and in costumes, you got to talk to the guy that knows about masks, the goaltender for your Kalamazoo Wings, Riley Gill. Riley, what's the worst one that you either wore or seen as far as costumes?
Well, growing up, my mom dressed me up in everything possible, and there's some pretty bad ones back in the day, but the worst one I've ever seen was probably in college. There were these guys that were the Wayne's World guys, Wayne and Garth, and they weren't wearing very many clothes, and went up to the bar and had the short shorts on and the cutoffs and everything, and except both of them looked like the hairy guy from the Geico commercials. So it wasn't the pleasantest sight, but you see some funny ones growing up and especially in the college. So I have a ton that I could say that are worst out there, but that probably tops the list.
Well, Saturday night you got a chance to compete in the costume contest. If you're buying tickets to the game, it's $100 for the best adult, $100 for the best kid costume, and the white ice will be orange. It's October 29th, Kalamazoo taking on Cincinnati. Get your tickets now at 269-345-5101.